919 FM, the official station that defends the nation.
Greetings to you, Prime Minister. This letter is just for you. My intention was to give you this letter when election was true. But since Dr. Rowley was stepping down, I figured I couldn't wait. I'm reading it now.
I'm reading it now.
Before it's too late.
Before it's too late.
I hear people say the PNM wasting the nation's time. I hear people say the UNC will scrape every last dime. And some couldn't choose between bad and worse, so I had to write this plea for the next leader of this country.
'Cause we need to see
a nation full of success. We need a leader addicted to progress. Someone who's not here for the money and always giving us transparency. A leader with a clear destination and a direction that we will see. Most respectfully,
to whom this may be.
Some people say bad politics slowing this nation down. And some people say implementation is where we does go wrong. But I say that they both are true, and that's what we need to see to fix our style of democracy. Some people say this moving world keeps on evolving, and some people say our infrastructure needs some upgrading. That's why I hope this letter you read for these issues to resolve, so sweetie auntie could start to evolve.
'Cause we need to see
ministries that competent. Information you'll get in 10 seconds. Public servants who will answer the phone and give you advice with a pleasant tone. A bank run should take you the whole day. It's time we stop playing. I what we was see. Most respectfully,
to whom this may be.
I used to play I was sheriff when I was a little boy. But when I see they arrested Earl, I'm glad my gun was just a toy. It reminds me there are few ways up and 1,000 ways to fall. That's not just for one, but that goes for all. Many leaders in this land could be guilty or innocent, and it's hard for the people to truly know, so they will judge your intent. So before you walk in that big office, take a look at your character and have a long chat with Almighty Father. Cause we need to see power without ego. Take a ride on the bus, let people know. Don't be too much on your high horse, but be confident whenever time calls. Careful how much you lead us from one pot. Them things have to stop. Thy war we must see.
Thy war we must see.
Most respectfully,
To whom this may be.
I'm sure by now you will notice this is written in the future tense, with hopes that you are a leader of great poise and great resilience, one who structures TNT with its local policies, not from global powers, but what the nation needs. I'm not going to lecture you on what's right and what is wrong, but I ask you based on the people's needs, keep your ears down on the ground. And don't be like Gillian Bishop and not care what the people think, cause you could still learn from the babes and sucklings. Cause we need to see TNT in the World Cup. Innovation from young people don't stop. A culture industry to hang the emblem high. So Soga go stop trying to eat me pie. A leader who strike paying to criminals. That is critical. Thy war we must see.
Thy war we must see.
Most respectfully,
To whom this may be.
Well, good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago again, and we want to thank Bishop Iwan Williams for being with us today on the Street 919 FM. And yeah, I'm with you now until 4 o'clock. And again, I want to thank all of those of you who would have messaged me, and those who would have talked to me, and those of you who would have encouraged me. I want to say thank you very, very much. And again, we want to send our love, strength out to the O'Connor family and also the Mauricia Keegan family. And as I said before, a strong, courageous woman who, lived her life with purpose. So we're getting ready to go into some discussion here on the Street 919 FM. So, boy, I heard that the UNC people were looking for me on their live last night. So all the UNC trolls and whatever who were looking for me last night, I was right there watching all the thing, Only 19 candidates only presented last night,
Yeah, and every talking head having their say. For in this mixed up land that we call Trinbago, many times it does just boil down to race.
19 candidates.
African and
So from the 11 that they already had, the 11 that they were done talking about and pushing out there, from the 11 they add on. So they add on with the PEP, they add on with the union, And they add on with Michelle Benjamin going back up for Moruga, Tableland. Khadija Amin is going back up for St. Augustine. And who again? Who again? Who again? We name Munilal, Dr. Munilal going back up. And Saddam Hussein. So Saddam Hussein for Sawa Barataria. Munilal going back up. Michelle Benjamin and Khadija Amin.
Blessed is the one who was born to lead. Oh, good leaders are born not made, setting standards is their trade. Blessed is the one who was born to lead. A mentor, a teacher, a trainer. Experience is their greatest tool. Should be discerning, yet forever learning. One who doesn't gladly suffer fools. And in a world that loves a maximum leader, he must know when to let go and delegate. Must be the most able of his peers, not driven by petty fears. And though he can, don't always dominate. Because a leader must be blessed with wisdom also. Good leader. Oh, when to take in front and when to follow. A good leader. And a leader must be the one to set the template. Good leader. So those coming after could duplicate. Good leader. Oh yes, a leader should be humble and polite. Not wrapped up in ego, arrogant, always picking fight. Not someone seduced by flattery. That is not what this country needs. Not stumbling about like a tumbleweed. His heart should beat with courage, not be coward or weak-kneed. Blessed. Good leaders are born, not made. Being a mentor is their trade. Blessed is the one who was born to lead. We don't want someone always thinking small. No, no. No, no, no. That's not a leader at all. At all, at all. One who always booze, drinking alcohol. No, no. No, no, no. That's not a leader at all. At all, no Casanova. Always chasing stilts. No, no. Leader at all. At all, and if it's the treasury that they out to hurt. My. No, no, no. That's not a leader at all. My. Huh. Whoa, we don't want that. We can't handle that. Whoa, a leader, we don't want that. We can't handle that. A trickster, a conman, a hustler. We don't need someone specialized in fraud, but want to be respected and never rejected. Here at home and especially abroad, they don't have to be a lawyer or doctor. Their first degree should be common sense. And when it's time to decide, you cannot run, you cannot hide. A firm stand he must take, don't sit on the fence. Because a leader mustn't drift like sinking sand. By the courage of his convictions, he should stand. And a leader can't bend with every wind that passes. So his values and principles hold fast. Oh yes, a leader should let his instincts prevail. Know how to cut apart where there is no trail. Not someone seduced by flattery. That is not what this nation needs. We don't need another trumpet, indeed. Should be stable with family values, not looking for young girls to breed. Blessed. Good leaders are born not made, setting standards is their trade. Blessed is the one who was born to lead. Good leaders are born not made, lifting up others is their trade. Blessed is the one who was born to lead. Yes, good leaders are born not made, leaving us better off is their trade. Blessed is the one who was born to lead.
Last music coming down from Miss Karine Ashe. Came fourth at the National Monarch. Yep, fourth. So we here this afternoon. I want to say this, huh? I want to say something this afternoon. Ah, boy. I want to say something this afternoon. And I hope that, you know, the relevant authorities listening this afternoon. And you, the listeners of the Street 909 FM, could bear me out on this. Right? If I'm lying, you all could call in and say, Pastor Google, you're lying. Right? If I'm lying, you all could put it on the chat and all. Well, it's the trolls on the chat who will see whatever they have to see. But those of you who are listening to the station, and from whenever you have been listening to this radio station, I want to say this to the authorities and to the people who are listening. I want you to listen to me carefully. When I come and I sit down here and I develop a discussion, I don't pull topics out of a hat. I don't go on TikTok and look for people bad talking the UNC and put it up on YouTube or on Facebook or on the radio and talk about it. I don't do that. I don't do that. You know what I do? I'll go on TV6. I'll go on CNC3. I will play a video on a topic, and from that video I will develop a discussion from the video. I hope you're listening, I hope you're listening. I take my time to see what I have to say. So I am not a I would sit down, listen to the news. So on evening, I would sit down and listen to the news. Listen to what's happening on CNC3. Listening to what's happening on TV6. And most times now I try to listen to TTT. Right? Now, I didn't used to listen to TTT because I thought TTT would have just had a, whatever. But now, I want to make a concerted effort to listen to TTT. I want you to listen to me in Trinidad and Tobago. And I would listen to the news, follow the news, take my cue from the news, sit in front of this microphone, and play the news clip, like yesterday with Rawan, It wasn't a topic I pull out of the air. Right? It was something that was in the news. The Rawan talk was in the news, TV6 news. And I pulled it and I said, hey, look, Minister Rohan Sinanan, who is a Hindu, addressing the Rawan situation. Because they call him a Rawan. So the Rawan talk was a talk coming out of a news article, a news item on TV6. So if you have a problem with me talking about Rawan, you should also have a problem with TV6. You dunce. You fool. So don't come after me as if I talking out of a TikTok video like you just do. Even Bernadette Ingrid Henry paid her daughter some money and sent me to school. Not to be dunced like the back of a spoon. You can sit and look at TV6 News and pull all the information. Look at CNC3 News and pull all the information. That's what I do. Anybody who listens to my program from the beginning and know that I don't come here with make-up stories and piggybacking on people's dunceness and piggybacking on people's stupidity. I come here, I pull out a news item from TV6 or CNC3 and I ask you, the listeners, what is your opinion on it? And I will sometimes share minds, and I will share minds today. So if you want people to call you Rawan, and call you monkey, and call you whatever, that is your choice. I have a choice not to let them call me that, or support them who calls me that. 1, 2. You see, when you didn't have an experience, you can't talk to me. When you didn't have an experience, you can't talk to me and you can't change my opinion on my experience. So if you want to allow people to call you Rawan and monkey and whatever, and you happy with that, that is you. And again, I'll say it, if you know, put it on your radio. I will come here and play clips from TV6 and CNC3. You understand? And the problem at all is they can't handle the jamming. That's what it is. You can't handle the heart of people speaking out against the nasty, racist, disrespectful, condescending, religious tones, undertones that people pushing out there. Can't take it. The pushback. So last night, only looking for me on Only Live. Only looking for me on Only Live. To see only choose 19 candidates. Eh? And you're waiting until closer to the 4th to put out the rest. That means that you are so confident that your followers don't care about whoever you choose for them, that they'll just vote. That's what that says. It don't matter. Wow. That's where it reached to. That's where it reached to. So when you want to have a pre-topic on me or on my callers because they choose to push back against these stinking nasty terms that your people, the people you follow, who call you the same thing, you don't have a problem with it. That is you. We will push back against it. Every time we hear it, every time we see it, we will bring it out. We will talk about it. Where were you? You talking about who stand up for black people. Where were you when young black men and women scholarships were pulled? Where were you? Where were you when young black men and young black women were sleeping on the streets of London because of the partnership government who pulled people's scholarship? Where were you? Where were you? You talk about that? You were nowhere wrong. Where were you when people had to go by Brixton Market and beg for freaking food? Where were you? You want to talk down to people about, oh, only when you vote because people call you only Rawan and Monkey? Yes! Don't vote if they're calling you that. I remember look. So yeah, when I play clips from TV6 News, CNC3 News, you understand? If you have a problem with it, take it to the Lord in prayer. It's hurtful when somebody could use their religion to disgrace and denigrate and pull along somebody else. You know how Christian people will feel. You know what pastors will call me and condemn me if I was to come here and use Jezebel to describe a political leader? They will discipline me. They will condemn me. They'll say, Pastor Google, you're going too far. How could you use Jezebel to describe somebody? You're out of place. And half of you don't know who is Jezebel. But if I go into that story with Jezebel and use it to describe people, I'm telling you, half of the Christian world will come down on me. Half of them will they'll distance themselves from me. But you could call we Rawan. And the people who look like me, who did us call Rawan, telling me something wrong with me. Are you serious? But it's a joke. It's a political banter. But if we take the political banter to that level with Jezebel, or they will hate, or they will disgrace, or they will distance yourself from me. So there are things that I can't do, but you could do it to me. Eh? Half of the young people who are my age now, whose scholarship was pulled, who don't say nothing, just watch and laugh. I remember I met a young lady who said to me, she said, you know the truth. And not one day on that radio you would talk about it. Of how the UNC partnership government treated us. When they pulled our scholarship. And they know they want to watch me and say, they don't care about, they don't care about you. Well, look, well, leave me alone, eh? Leave me alone. Come and do your show. Push your nonsense, your narrative. You ever TikTok video, you have to clean your studio as you normally want to do, and leave me alone.
Patrice again, again. This one is for all of them, all of them, all of them. Let me tell you this, I don't care what you say about me. I don't care, I live in my life. You could keep on making your noise, I can't hear you. I don't care what you say about me. I don't care, I live in my life. You could keep on making your noise, I can't hear you. I'm way up high. Negative vibes so fly this high. I say let's study anyway when we don't study them. We in a totally different place. They love run up them up, but tell them this. I don't care what you say about me. I don't care, I live in my life. You could keep on making your noise, I can't hear you. I don't care what you say about me. I don't care, I live in my life. You could keep on making your noise, I can't hear you. Blind to these haters, deaf to these naysayers, dumb to these backbiters, out of reach to these blunt suckers. Can't see we too far. They can't reach you, we among the stars. They love study people business, but their business spoiling. I don't care what you say about me. I don't care, I live in my life. You could keep on making your noise, I can't hear you. I don't care what you say about me. I don't care, I live in my life. You could keep on making your noise, I can't hear you. I'm way up high. Negative vibes so fly this high. I say let's study anyway when we don't study them. We in a totally different place. They love run up them up, but tell them this. I don't care what you say about me. I don't care, I live in my life. You could keep on making your noise, I can't hear you. I don't care what you say about me. I don't care, I live in my life. You could keep on making your noise, I can't hear you. I don't care what you say about me. I don't care, I live in my life. You could keep on making your noise, I can't hear you. I don't care what you say about me. I don't care, I live in my life. You could keep on making your noise, I can't hear you. Let me tell you this again. This one is for all of them.
Constructive Talk with Pastor Google, where every conversation builds bridges and sparks solutions, because together we can shape a better future. On the Street 919 FM, the official station that defends the nation. Election season is here, Trinidad and Tobago. Get ready for all the latest updates, debates, and live coverage only on the Street 919 FM, the #1 election station. Follow the Street 919 FM on all social platforms at the Street 919 FM. You are listening to the Street 919 FM. Stay with us for news, interviews, and commentary that shape our democracy. Street 919 FM, the official station that defends the nation.
Alright, so I'm here with you again. I just had to, as they just say, vent. Because you just think you're a fool and you could just walk over here. You know? And when they get energy to do it, when they get consent to do it too, when people pushing them to do it, you just have to let them know that I'm seeing you, you know. Don't feel like I'm seeing you, I'm seeing you. I'm not blind to you. I'm not blind to you at all. As David said, you're uncircumcised Philistine. I'm not blind to you. I'm seeing you in broad daylight. So hear this now. I want to show you something. The young lady who is going up for St. Augustine. I see Pastor Dutton would have said something about her. I would have called yesterday to ask questions. I asked him questions too.
Some integrity, yeah. Oh, yes, a leader should be humble and polite. Not wrapped up in ego, arrogant, always picking fight. Not a tyrant or a dictator. That is not what this country needs. That will only...
So yesterday, caller asked me something. I don't know, I asked him too. This is true. I don't know. You remember this? Anybody remember this? Anybody remember this? We saw this week somebody was being looked for by the authorities. Anybody remember this?
A certain petition could have gone up on our platform this week after she was found with a bandit, have mercy, 1:50 in the morning, a known bandit, and her leader puts her up, have mercy, on a platform to talk about crime, to talk about justice. Come on, give me a bald-headed chance. A certain petition could have gone up on our platform this week after she was found with a bandit, have mercy, 1:50 in the morning, a known bandit, and her leader puts her up, have mercy, on a platform to talk about crime, to talk about justice. Come on, give me a bald-headed chance.
So Pastor Dutton is saying give him a bald-headed chance. That's what Pastor Dutton say. How could you choose somebody to go for a community, a constituency, and people going to vote for her, you know? People going to vote for her. She is going back up as the member of parliament for a constituency, and Pastor Dutton say, give me a bald-headed chance. Really? Really? And we're confident they're going to win the next election. The sun will rise again. And that's all they want for our government. And a pastor saying give him a bald-headed chance with all your nonsense.
A certain petition could have gone up on our platform this week after she was found with a bandit, have mercy, 1:50 in the morning, a known bandit, and her leader puts her up, have mercy, on a platform to talk about crime, to talk about justice. Come on, give me a bald-headed chance.
That's Pastor Dutton. And you know who he was talking about. I just showed you who he was talking about. If you're not on the live, well, I'm sorry for you. But I just showed it on the live who he was talking about. But you think that is all? You think that is all Trinidad and Tobago? You see, they take in only for fools. And they believe that only gullible. And they believe that only will just forget. And wipe all your beak. And like all yourself. You understand? But I here to remind all you. Take me off the radio. That's all you got to do. Take me off. Because I will remind you. Take a listen to this.
Still, I have not received any money from Jack Ward.
The link between FIFA funding and the funding of the UNC Congress and People's Partnership Government in the 2010 general election. I'm giving them documents on that.
Allegations relating to his check threat surfacing and displayed.
So there's that CTV reporter. So this is no TikTok video. This is just reports that we're showing you of the flip-flop and the nonsense that only want to put in office. This is what they're giving only to take and accept. You understand? So all only want the live who come to try and feel you can intimidate me. No, you can't. Because I don't know who you are. I don't have an idea what you look like, and I don't really care. So all only who on the live feel only can intimidate. You're just making up my numbers to look good, you know. I feel only you should come off the live and give people who really want to be on the live an opportunity to be on the live. But only just building my numbers more. You're just making me look good. You understand? Making me look like if I'm a real threat to all your party. But listen to this. Take a listen to this. Fool me twice. Only ready to get fool again? Well, take fool.
My hands are clean and my heart is pure. I have not received any money from Jack Ward.
The link between FIFA funding and the funding of the UNC Congress and People's Partnership Government in the 2010 general election. I'm giving them documents on that.
Allegations relating to his check threat surfacing and displayed.
And I found an agreement where I paid rent for Kamla for 3 months in the house in Santa Margarita.
I have not received any money from Jack Ward.
As I said, Mr. Warner and I, we're not tooting.
Politician Jack Warner has signaled to Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissesa and her government that the gloves are off. Having jailed me as of tonight, all bets are off. Everything I have against Kamla, I will bring it out. I've kept it too long. Warner told the ILP meeting that, quote, the charge came here and in 15 minutes Nicholas signed it. He never spoke to me. He never called to look at the evidence. It took the AG 3 months assigned for Iwer and Steve.
Minor matters that I fired him and that I'm a woman.
The same way she said that we lied when we said that she had a preference for same sex.
Whatever differences are minor matters.
No, nothing is wrong. Nothing is wrong for me in same-sex relationship. But I think when you use state resources to compensate for safe sex, for your lesbianism, when you use state resources, that is where I draw the line.
Minor matters.
So he resents my gender. He does not respect the office I hold, and that is not an insult just to me. It is an insult to the people of Trinidad and Tobago and every woman in Trinidad and Tobago. He must answer for racketeering. He must answer for wire fraud transfer. He must answer for money laundering, and those charges are not by us here. Those charges have come from every country around the world. One thing you have to say about Mr. Warner, he does not discriminate. He took money from every continent in the world, including right here in the Caribbean, from Haiti.
Minor matters.
Jack Warner actually stole money that was meant for Haiti. It is a most despicable crime.
As I said, Mr. Warner and I, we're not tooting.
Did Jack not go on Mulchantres Junction and said that you were so drunk you fall down on Gandhi statue? That is on record. I didn't say that, Kamla. Jack said that. Do you have the guts to go and say that Jack said that?
You're listening to Constructive Talk with Pastor Google, only on the street, 919 FM.
should be service, not self-advancement or greed. Blessed is the one who was born to lead. Good leaders are born, not made, setting standards is their trade. Blessed is the one who was born to lead. A mentor, a teacher, a trainer. Experience is their greatest tool. Should be discerning, yet forever learning. One who doesn't gladly suffer fools. And in a world that loves a maximum leader, he must know when to let go and delegate. Must be the most able of his peers, not driven by petty fears.
All right, so I'm starting.
I know he can, don't always dominate. Because a leader must be blessed with wisdom also. A good leader know when to take in front and when to follow. A good leader. And a leader must be the one to set the template. A good leader. So those coming after could duplicate. A good leader. Oh yes, a leader should let his instincts prevail. Know how to cut a path where there is no trail. Not a gambler or a drinker, that is not what this nation needs. Not stumbling about like a tumbleweed. His heart should beat with courage, not be coward or weak need. Blessed is the one who was born to lead. For good leaders are born not made. Being a mentor is yet trade. Blessed is the one who was born to lead. We don't want someone always thinking smart. No, 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 no. That's not a leader at all. At all, at all. One who always fools drinking alcohol. No, 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 no. That's not a leader at all. At all, at all. No Casanova, always chasing skirts. No, 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 no. That's not a leader at all. At all, at all. And if it's the treachery that they out to hurt, my, no, no, no. That's not a leader at all. My, my.
All right, so a pastor friend of mine sent me a message telling me, calm down, calm down. Calm down, Google, calm down. Calm down, Google. I hear you. I get your message. I get your message. I calm down, I calm down. Thanks for sending me the message. Thanks for sending me the message, man. I calm. I hate when people try to take you for a fool, boy. I just hate it. I just hate when people try to take you for a fool and they try to, it's like a slave master beating you with a whip and then they turn around and telling you, what wrong with that? What wrong with getting a little lash from the master? What wrong with if the master call you a monkey? What wrong with if the master call you a rawan? Nothing wrong with that. And the master is feeding we. The master gain we food. The master promised to give we food. The master promised to do this so the master promised to do that for we. So what wrong with if the master called me a monkey? You wouldn't vote because the master called you a monkey? Leave me alone, eh? Leave me alone. Right? I don't see what to say. Come after me now. And I done. Me I want to tell you again. Imagine what you mean to tell me. A man must call me a monkey, a rawan, or whatever thing but based on your religion. And then you just want me to like, oh God, forget that small thing. That's just, the religion and, yeah, right. All right, I'm done. I'm not saying no more. I'm not saying anymore. So we're looking to cross over into our last and final hour. And at that hour, we're going to talk about what's going on. What people did, and that's just to show you. They know that people will vote for them without even presenting all the candidates. They know that people will vote for them. Only a really serious boy, and people must support that. It's like when all they say PNM say if they put a capo in a PNM tie, they go vote for it. So you telling me you ain't even put in a crapo? You ain't put nobody. But when you put somebody, the people will just vote for that. Oh, they're serious, boy. But that's what it is, all they like. That's what they believe, all they like. You chose 19 candidates. 19 candidates only having on your face. Well, ain't that so keen? And you telling me none only thinking about that boy? None only saying down to yourself and saying, well, you know what? This thing ain't making sense, you know. All the studying is 9 years, and what this government do for me for 9 years. So, okay, you have the opinion that this government did nothing for you for 9 years, but the party who you want to put in office haven't prepared their house in 9 years? In 9 years, they may see a person that they could watch in a community and say, well, all right, this person could go up for a seat. In 9 years? But you want to push out there that thing, well, they do nothing for me for 9 years. But in 9 years, you in a position and you even watch and say, well, okay, 9 years. Okay, the narrative that we have put out there for 9 years is that they do nothing for them. So let me look for people who will live in a community who will do something for the people. You would choose nobody, and only 19 you could give them? Nobody else. And only like that, only rain for that, only clapping for that. I only love that. Well, only want to be fooled. Take tomfoolery. Take it. Take foolery. Telling me how I could support that. How?
Attention business owners. Are you looking to reach a vast audience and boost your brand's visibility? Then look no further. The Street 919 FM is here to help you shine. With over 170,000 followers on our social media platforms, our radio station is the perfect platform to showcase your products and services. Join us and let your message be heard by thousands of eager listeners. Contact us now to learn more about our affordable advertising packages. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity to connect with your target audience. Advertise with the Street 919 FM today. For more information, call 399-5959, 384-2232, or 378-1470.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the Street 919 FM.
This election is about putting people in office who will seek your interest. It isn't about power or titles. It's about people who will get the job done. The UNC has never wavered in fighting the good fight for the dream that is Trinidad and Tobago. Because after all the noise and the smoke has cleared, in your quiet moments, you want what's best for yourself, your family, and your country.
When we win, everybody wins.
This is yours truly, Wendy H. Lewis, host of A Woman's Worth, right here on Street 91.9 FM. Tune in every Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon, and on Tuesdays, 11 a.m. to 12 noon. We are commemorating International Women's Month, the month of March. Throughout the program, you will hear inspiring stories of trailblazing women. We will be engaging in meaningful conversations about gender equality and spotlight the voices of those making a difference in their communities. So whether you are a leader, mother, a professional, an entrepreneur, or just a young woman trying to find your path, this is the program for you. This is your time, this is your space, this is your celebration. Join us right here on Street 91.9 FM.
A woman's worth. A woman's worth.
On April 20th, 2025, the parade grounds comes alive for a blend of genres, offering something for all ages and tastes. Experience a night of great music and unforgettable vibes at Fusion. Dance to the music of Wayne Wonder.
Got somebody, she is a beauty.
Wayne Wonder.
Searching and searching.
Wayne Wonder. Buju Banton.
Oh, if you want, girl, I won't stop you.
Graham Smogan, Kess the Band, and many more. Indulge in the infectious energy on Easter Sunday with soulful melodies and electrifying beats, with special performances in store to captivate you. Get your physical tickets now. Tickets are also available online at islandetickets.com. Visit TobagoFestivalsCommission.com for more info or call 639-4441. April 20th at Parade Grounds, Dwight York Stadium. Fusion, Tobago Rhythm and Soul Festival 2025. Feel the beat. Embrace the calm.
You're occupying a home. I need documents of your own. Come in, come in, come in. Paperwork could help you find peace. So secure your HTC lease. Come in, come in, come in. They're regularizing. So start organizing to visit the HTC. Don't waste no time. Hurry over online. Benefit from the amnesty. Handle it skillfully.
Get regularized now. Visit hdc.gov.tt, click on the Forms tab, then scroll to the Rental Regularization Transfer Form and fill out the required information. You can also WhatsApp 325-2578 or 328-6013 to access the forms. More information can be found on our website. Be at peace. Get your HDC lease.
Come party.
Hey, what's up? This is your boy Major Hype, and guess what? It's all about Tobago. We're getting ready for Tobago. That's right, it all takes place in Tobago, Scarborough, Pigeon Point. Everybody come out, let me have a good time and let me enjoy yourself now, man. It's all about comedy and party. It's going to be a crazy... Man, you see that what I can't take with all you? All right, let me do this.
Listen, it's not a party, it's party. Let's have a party. You don't listen.
You can't win everything, brother.
The teeth in me right through, but it's okay.
Comedy Party, Friday, 18th April. Fairways Tobago Plantation, featuring Caribbean King of Comedy, Major Hype and Friends. Friday, 18th April. Get your tickets at Cache stores nationwide. Fairways Restaurant and the Lounge Plantation. Jenny's on the Boulevard. All E-Clip Eli locations and online at islandetickets.com. Comedy show and party with all the top DJs.
Comedy and party. Have a party. We're gonna have a party after the comedy.
Sponsored by Cache, top-ranking guest house and tours, and Jenny's on the Boulevard.
The presence of oxygen is absolutely the absence of disease. Most chronic diseases that plague us are not happening to us, but is happening within us. We're literally eating ourselves to death, which means we're not living longer, we're dying longer. Join fitness expert Aloy Johnson, the founder of the healthiest corner on earth, located at number 92 East Drive, Champlain, every Wednesday from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. live on the Street 919 FM, where he shows you that healing the body's temple is easier than anyone would have led you to believe.
Planning your Tobago getaway? Choose the highest Google-rated car rental company on the island, O'Neill Auto Rentals Tobago. Located just minutes from the A&R Robinson International Airport, at O'Neill, we pride ourselves on being the most tech-savvy car rental company in Tobago. Our process is 100% digital. No paperwork, no long lines. From easy pickup to seamless returns, renting a car in Tobago has never been simpler. WhatsApp us now at 1-868-361-1042 to book your vehicle. Don't forget to mention promo code RADIO2 to receive a 5% discount on your rental. Send a WhatsApp message to 1-868-361-1042 today. That's 1-868-361-1042. O'Neill Auto Rentals Tobago, the easiest, most reliable car rental experience on the island.
Vehicle availability is subject to change. Driver must be at least 25 years old and have a valid driver's license to book. For more information, visit www.rentalcartobago.com.
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's Radio.
You are invited to join Pastor Morris Johnson of the Church of the Firstborn Assembly Miracle Center, located at number 399 Eastern Main Road, Waiko in Sangre Grande, for the Old Time Gospel Hour Family Radio Ministry every Sunday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. On Mondays, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Trauma and Bereavement. Every Tuesday, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. The Law and You. Wednesdays, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Dealing with Disabilities. And on Friday evenings from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. All night prayer live on the Street 919 FM. Designed with you in mind. This program deals with today's issues from a biblical perspective, and you will also be given the opportunity to call in and interact with us. Micah 6:8 says, He has shown you, O man, what is good, and what does the Lord require of you, but to do justly, to love, have mercy, and to walk humbly with your God. Your financial support through the First Citizens Bank would be greatly appreciated. Account number 795-222. For further information, call 753-1113 or 610-4673.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live.
The Street 919 FM, the #1 election station.
Don't fall for their rhetoric, only fancy talk. When it comes to politics, tell them won't be walk hard. If you fool me once, shame on you. If you fool me twice, please shame is on me. You feel a substance, this right history and deja vu. To become entranced by your secrets and flattery. Last time you were in power, you were flying high, riding helicopter while poor people cry. Want me skip that chapter to trust you again instead of helicopter? You might want a plane. You could fool me once, twice I go beaten. Left me in the rain. Can't fool me again. You could fool me once, twice I go beaten. You leave me in pain. You ain't fooling me again. You could fool me once. Can't fool me. You could fool me twice. Can't fool me. Can't fool
14 minutes past 3. And I'm back with you here on the Street 99 FM. May say good afternoon to those of you joining me on the live. I want to give you all what's going on in the news. Give you an update of what's happening in the news presently. Update of what's going on in the news. Take a listen to what's happening in the news. And then I'm going to come back, take some of your calls, have a video to show you of what's happening in San Fernando. Yep, what's going on in San Fernando. But let's take a look and listen what's happening in the news. And this is the foundation of my program. My program is not old talk and stupid talk and foolish talk and TikTok, Facebook. People coming and saying what they feel. No, this is what my program is about. What is happening in the news? CNC3.
And Prime Minister Young says he will try to present the most compelling argument on behalf of Trinidad and Tobago to U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio. Young flies to Jamaica tomorrow to meet with Rubio and CARICOM heads of government. It comes as Rubio tweeted, quote, "The United States will not tolerate any third countries or their oil companies producing, extracting, or exporting oil and oil-related products with the Maduro regime in Venezuela," end quote. Young told reporters he has not been in touch with Venezuelan authorities since that was posted.
I have not been in contact since the specific comment that you're referring to from Secretary of State Rubio. There's also been some dialogue or some statement from the President's office in the United States, President Trump. These are things that we monitor carefully and closely, and I remain in contact with the Venezuelan government, managing it.
Now, in a release that's just come in, Prime Minister Young and Foreign Affairs Minister Dr. Amory Brown met with U.S. Embassy Charge d'Affaires Dr. Jennifer Neidhart de Ortiz at Whitehall ahead of his trip to Jamaica. Now, the release from OPM said discussions focused on strengthening Trinidad and Tobago's relationship with the United States. The United National Congress has announced 4 additional prospective candidates to contest the next month's general elections. UNC political leader Kamala Persad-Bissessar revealed that Robert Mitchell of the Love Movement will contest Laventille West as part of the coalition of interest. She also confirmed that incumbent MPs Michelle Benjamin, Khadija Amin, and Dr. Rudal Munilal have been selected by their party to seek re-election in their respective constituencies. Now, in an interview last night, Benjamin expressed confidence in securing the party's nomination for Maruga Tablan, saying that she had no doubts about the screening committee's decision, despite the People's National Movement winning the Lengua Indian Walk district from the UNC in last year's local government elections. She insists it will not affect her support in the constituency.
The PNM, as I said when that would have occurred, did not make any inroads. What they did was just bring out their general elections number by using inducement of hampers and other resources, but that would not happen. The people have learned, they have been too many times underneath this government, so they are more than ready. Even in their stronghold polling divisions in my constituency, they are in for a rude awakening.
Meanwhile, Amin, the incumbent St. Augustine MP, expressed confidence in the work that she has done. So she also affirmed her trust in Persad-Bissessar's screening committee to make the right decision.
So if in their wisdom they would have decided to put someone else, I would have seen the value in it, because I worked in opposition when we were putting blood, sweat and tears and not winning until Persad-Bissessar brought together that partnership. So I've seen the value of coming together of different entities. So I have been open.
Amin believes the UNC will return to government due to the strength of the coalition of interest. She dismissed suggestions that the government had caught the opposition off guard by setting a short campaign season, stating that the UNC began its preparations months ago. Now, all prospective candidates for the general election met with the Elections and Boundaries Commission this morning as part of the EBC's preliminary examination of nomination papers. Guardian Media caught up with the Prime Minister as he visited Belmont Secondary to do his. The EBC essentially holds a dry run 7 days before nomination day to ensure that candidates have an opportunity to correct any issues with their nomination documents before the official submission, reducing the likelihood of disqualification on nomination day on April 4th. However, the UNC says they will not be completing participating completely in the day's exercise, saying it's voluntary. And it's also because the UNC has not named all of its candidates. However, those candidates who have been named can send an election agent on their behalf or visit in person.
I don't know. Only tell me. You call election. You call election now. 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 For the 9 years, call election now. Call election now. Call election now. Call election now. For 9 years you do that, and you telling me next week, the 4th of April, is the nomination day, and you do have a full slate. All the coalition of interests, and they don't have a full slate. You're afraid to call if Anita Haynes and Rashton Parry get through. Last night, you're frightened to call the name if they get through, if they didn't get through. But again, as somebody said to me, a well-respected man called me on my phone to tell me, it don't matter if we are candidate or we don't have candidate, we winning. What does that say to you, Trinidad and Tobago? I thought, and maybe I thought wrong. Maybe I have it wrong. Normally, you choose your candidates, they hit the ground running, they meet with the constituents, they say, well, yeah, boy, we having issues with water, road, this, that, the lights, we need a street light here, we need this, we need that, this community really neglected, we need all of this. I thought that is how you were able to win people, because they will understand that there's representative. They're getting representation. But you telling me that don't matter? It doesn't matter. Wow. Okay. All right. Hello, good afternoon, caller.
Good afternoon, Pastor Google.
Good afternoon, sir.
Pastor Google, what we saw last night, was the UNC strategy. And I agree with all the concerns you have raised. But there are a significant amount of people. In fact, one of them had a call on a previous show on another frequency this morning upset because the caller said that person told her that they have forgotten how it was when UNC was in charge because we've had 9.5 years of the PNM. We understand the thinking out there? So they deserve a chance because perhaps they might have learned from the lessons and the mistakes that they made in the 5-year period 2020-2015. And I'm saying that caller would be a large percentage of how some people are thinking, right? Unfortunately. But when I say last night's presentation was a strategy, I mean it along these lines. You see those 19 candidates presented in 19 seats to be contested that they presented last night. Those are their sure bet. They tell themselves that those 19 seats are the sure bets. The Tobago too, we forget about that. But the other 20 that they have to present, they are telling themselves that if we just get 6 more of those 20 candidates, we will be inside. That is the strategy, Pastor Google. And that represents to me a total contemptuous and dismissive attitude of the electorate. And it stands to reason whether or not those of us who are conscious, like me and yourself and many others who interact with you on a daily basis, whether we would stand for such contemptuousness. I could say 100% no, but there are many who are sheep and who are so disgruntled by things like the missing 3.6 billion, the yesterday's judgment of Marcia Caesar, the appointment of Mr. Young SC as the Prime Minister, and all of that, right? The debunking, of course, the 59 community centers delivered, the 2 fast ferries to Tobago, the hospital in Roxborough, hospital in Point Fortin, the Central Block in Port of Spain, the Sangre Grande Hospital, the Pure Interchange, the Diego Martin Interchange, the Diego Martin Administrative Complex, the Diego Martin Health Center, the Diego Martin Library, right? Discounting all of that. The fact that we have had no whistleblowers, contractor or otherwise, come forward and say, Minister X, he or she has paid me this bribe or told me to do this and they would get this kickback. In spite of all of that, in spite of shepherding the country through a one-in-a-lifetime pandemic when oil was trading at zero, that no public servants were fired, some people are saying that the UNC is a more credible and viable option to what is there presently possible. That is the strategy. That is the strategy being presented to the people by the rollout of those 19. The sure bets are what they will get, and they just need about 5 or 6 more. Mark my words. Mark my words. That is the strategy they are counting on. And if UNC win, everybody wins? No. When UNC win, the Treasury and the electorate loses. Thank you, Pastor Google.
Thank you very much, caller. Good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Oh, caller, you left. All right. I want to show you all this video. Come on live. Take a look at this. All right. Come on live and take a look at this. Take a look at this. Callers are answering your calls, but you have to hold the line. All right. So callers, you are on, but you have to hold the line because I'm going to show a video. All right. So to those of you who are on the live, take a look at this. Callers, you are live. Just hold the line. I'm coming to you now. I hope you're hearing me. Hold the line. I'm coming to you now. But I want to show this video. I want to show this video. You see, they say they built nothing. They did nothing. Oh, let's serious. Take a look at this. All of you on the live, good afternoon. Good afternoon to the haters and the supporters. Thank you all very much for coming on. So take a look at this. They say that they built nothing. They said that this government built nothing. Take a look at this. Take a look at this. This is in San Fernando. Take a look at this. They built nothing, they said. They said this government built nothing. Nothing was built under this government. Lies. Lies, you know. Lies. Just spreading lies and fake news and creating a level of hate in the country for people who just, you know, if you don't know, you're building up a set of hate and it's like for no reason. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. They built nothing and they built nothing. They do nothing. For the 9 years they was there, nothing was done. Watch this. There's nothing. Let's take a look now. Come on live and watch this. This is nothing. This is nothing. All of you on the live who live in San Fernando, tell me if you never see this before. And tell me if this is nothing.
A greedy doggy passing by a
to people who say nothing was built in San Fernando, then we ask Skinner Spark. We ask Skinner Spark. You want to continue? Well, you leave me alone, eh? Hello, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
You know, I thought about you whole last night because of the program before and what they have to say about the PNM and you. So in my mind, whole time I'm trying to get on to you, and it what came to me that you need to start using as your theme song, Fred Hammond, No Weapon. Let the spirit work for you. And forget, yeah. So if you could, when the spirit play that, the beginning and the end, to calm the spirit. Yeah, that's just my advice. Oh, because it was on me, it was on my thought whole night. So to try to get to you. And I'm happy that I did get to you. When you go home, you could play Fred Hammond, No Weapon, listen to it. And that could be a theme song. That could be a theme song beginning and end. Thank you.
We move.
Hello, good afternoon. Wait, caller, just now, you know, get on. You know, come on.
Oh, okay. Yep, Pastor Google. Kamala Prasad Bisesa recognizes Guaido as a legitimate president of Venezuela. Trump had wanted to remove Nicolas Maduro, right? And his first term. No, he had trashed that. He came in his second term here now, after he had lose out of Biden's administration, and that 5 years he come here now. Kamala is telling us with all the ads that she's running on this station and all over the other station and prime time, and she's spending real money and she can't pay PNM and them the money and EBC the money. But them prime time ads in cheap. But Kamala is telling us that Stewart is going to think, yeah, we're going to lose with visa and we're going to get this and we're going to get that. And, you know, Trump just sent out that thing. They say, hold on. Anybody who buying oil from Venezuela, I got 25% cut in that. So in other words, Pastor Google, no problem, you know, you can deal with Venezuela, you can buy your oil. But just make sure my tariff or my 25% in that. So you know what that says to me? Trump ain't talking about sanctioning nothing. So we could do our business, just we have to negotiate the contracts in that part of how we share the money with the tariffs involved and how United States is going to get their tariffs collected. And I see that. But Kamala Prasad Bisesa, who still recognized Guaido, because you ever heard Kamala say anything about she do not recognize Guaido? Because every day she cussing Nicolas Maduro. And she calls him man all kind of thing. I didn't want to say it because it's very disgusting, and she's just pulling Trinidad and Tobago down a hole that if by some reason the devil intervened with her and she ended up getting into the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, we in a mess with Venezuela, you know. Because all Guaido had to do is with a stroke of the pen and say, hey, right the end of that. Because I heard out of one of the 100 and something fake profile, there are people up there and think, you know, one of the fake profile in that telling me, there's a responding to me, eh? When Kamala come inside, she go fix that because Trump going and sanction and we sanction the gas deal and he think that. So when Kamala become, just like this choppiness that Watson Duke was saying with Sanders, when she comes, she go fix that. How Kamala is going to deal with Nicolas Maduro? Who's she going to answer? She's not going to fight. She said, I know she's a coward because she's a lady who bend down and kiss other leader's foot. So anything if she becomes a prime minister, or if she is a prime minister of any country, and you kissing other people for that means you get pressure. You just lie over and let people roll over you, not him standing up. Because this is what CARICOM is doing. CARICOM stood up to Donald Trump trying to overthrow Nicolas Maduro. They said that the Caribbean is a no-war zone. Donald Trump make a 360 degrees together with England and Canada and other countries who was agreeing with Donald Trump to overthrow Nicolas Maduro. Right? And based on the Convention of the United Nations, there's a law in that prevents other countries from doing exactly what Trump wanted to do. So Trump decided, look, he's not doing that again. Now Trump come with a different mandate in this time.
I have ads coming up there, and I have a caller holding, and plus.
All right, I'll go on.
Man. Thank you. Hello, good afternoon.
Hey, Pastor Gogo.
Yes, sir.
Pastor Gogo, I've been watching the UNC here,
They have no kind of ideas what to tell the population, what to present. There's just a pile of lies. Pastor Google, you know, the PNM has done so much. People could see what they have done, right? Within the 10 years, the money that is spent. But under the UNC in 2010 to 2015, the people are asking where their money gone. And the UNC cannot answer that, Pastor Google. And I think the people have a valid question, and they should not vote back the UNC until they get that answer where their money gone in 2010 to 2015.
All right.
You get a Cuba hospital bill from the Chinese. That is not our money. They had money in the treasury. Oil was $100 and something a barrel. What we get for our money.
All right.
And if they cannot answer that question, then they deserve to be back in government. Also, talking about Leon.
Yeah, but I've callers holding here. I've callers holding here.
Leon is not in the court with EMBD, you know. You is there. You have. So don't come back with that rhetoric to try to bring back a. All right, Pastor.
Yeah, man, yeah. Hello, good afternoon. You have to be really quick, caller.
I'll be really quick, Pastor Google. Kamala Persad could do what she did. I'm giving an opinion. Because when you look at who went down to the waterfront, that is the type of her base that she appeals to. So she's assured of their votes. But there's a pundit who would have told her, and they need to listen to it, that when Kamala Persad was in office, she didn't help no Indian at all. She gave no Indian nothing. And he said, don't vote for her. And then, you know what? Roger would have supported that when he said that when they were in office, only people who get money and take from contract and thing is friends, family, and financiers at the UNC. So the people of India need to understand, Kamala don't help them. It's friends, family, and financiers. But she knows she has a base, and they will do anything she tells them.
Thank you. All right.
This meal tip is being brought to you by Royal Castle. Our culture, our taste.
Lent is here, and the castle is making fasting easy and tasty. Come enjoy any of our 5 delicious fish options, all made with a fresh catch, seasoned local style, and cooked to golden perfection. Try the fish meal. 2 slices of fish with a side. The fish combo. 2 slices of fish, 1 side, and a drink. Maybe the fish sandwich combo of 1 sandwich, a side, and a drink. Want more fish? Well, the Royal Fish Meal is for you. Enjoy a slice of fish, a fish sandwich with a side and a drink. Or maybe you just want our famous fish sandwich. The delicious Lenten specials are hot and waiting for you at your nearest Royal Castle.
Here's a tasty meal tip from Royal Castle. Sometimes you just feel like eating a nice sandwich, right? The sensation of biting into a soft bun with the crunch of fresh lettuce and the taste of tomatoes along with the added condiments, all a treat to your taste buds. At Royal Castle, our sandwiches are a hit. Try the center breast chicken and flying fish sandwiches, the wholesome veggie burger, and at selected locations you can also get the grilled salad or grilled sandwiches. So when you get the craving, remember that the Castle has some delicious sandwiches. Ask for them in a combo too with your favorite side and a drink. Royal Castle, our culture, our taste.
In this month, close to 2 billion Muslims worldwide observe Ramadan, their most holy and beloved month, yet most difficult. 30 days of fasting from food and drink and praying build mental fortitude and closeness to Allah. There is a lesson in their sacrifice, discipline, and faith, a motivation to us all to be resilient and look forward to a brighter day. Just as the hunger of Ramadan ends with the joys of Eid, it is our prayer that the power of this holy month inspire humanity to awaken, to remember God, and to make this world a better place. Ramadan Mubarak to our Islamic community and our nation from your Royal Castle.
That tip was brought to you by Royal Castle. Our culture, our taste.
What's your name?
Namaste. Good afternoon to you, Pastor Google. And let me say good afternoon to your listeners at this time. Pastor Google, you have anything to ask me?
Me, I don't want to ask nobody nothing.
I see you cool. Better than a next job.
You see my co-workers and them. You see my what co-workers?
Yeah, ex-co-workers and them get a next job.
What's the problem? What's the problem with that?
Yeah?
What's the problem with that?
Nothing wrong with that. I know start young hands long.
So
I know your hands long. And he's showing your hands long.
So what that's supposed to do with me?
Huh?
What that's supposed to do with me?
Money in the air. The election. Money given away. But I hear it have something about colony red going on right now for a 3 months contract. So I encourage you to go for it. But still for the UNC, eh? But Pastor Google, I ain't know what's going on in the PNM. But I am hearing that many people are undermining the PNM. They do not want Stuart Young to be next Prime Minister of this country.
Okay, well, and that's okay. If that's what they want, that's what they want. All they want Kamala to be the next Prime Minister of this country?
This country has to have Kamala for the
But so then why doesn't she just call out the candidates? Why she's afraid to call out say that Rashton Parry not going up for Miaro? Why she is afraid to say that Rashton Parry is not going up for Miaro? Why is she afraid to say that Sean Sobers is going up for Tabakit? Why is she afraid?
You know that?
So you put in Anita Haynes? Anita Haynes going up? Anita Haynes not going back up? Anita Haynes is not. Anita Haynes. Anita Haynes.
Do not know All
right, so you said Anita. So then why didn't she call them out last night?
I do not know. Huh?
Why she didn't call them out last night?
Because next Monday we're going to name the next half. We name half here. And Monday we're going to name the next half. We name 19.
The next
19 we name last night.
And Monday the 31st, you want to name the next half.
You name next day.
Yeah, and then Friday is nomination day.
So what wrong with that, Pastor? The people want that change. Don't care if you name them the last week. The people going to still vote for the UNC.
Oh,
what's going on?
So the people are just gullible then. The people that's gullible. So you telling me that the people that's gullible, UNC people are just gullible. If they put whoever they put, they're just going to vote for them.
At this time, yes.
Wow. That's all. Say that again. It doesn't matter who the UNC put. They
just want Rowdy and Stuart Young to go.
Okay.
Right? And
all right.
And make it clear, Pastor Google, remember what I tell you some months ago. That when we win, we coming after certain individuals. We are going after them region.
Who are the people you are going after?
Stuart Young. If Rowdy still have his security, because I know it's 6 months, he have 2 more months again with his security details, and after that he has to hire his own security details. And I hope that he really take my advice and hire his own security
details. There's that threat,
Kingsley? No, that's not a threat.
So why he must hire? If you are saying to me that he is no longer in public life, but he had to hire security detail?
Because Pastor Google, you know this is let's go.
No, I don't know where let's go. I don't know where let's go. Say it how let's go now.
Say it how let's go?
Yeah.
You must say it how let's go. If an individual govern the country bad, we expect.
Oh, so you're threatening Dr. Rowley?
I
just hope the relevant authorities hearing that I call 91.9. Kingsley, how to go?
Right.
Yeah.
I recall a story
so I just want to say that statements made by that caller, Kingsley, is not the views of the Street 99 FM, and is not the views of me, the announcer. I want to publicly apologize, and I want to also say that I have been warned about allowing people to make statements like that. That is a threat that was issued to the former Prime Minister, and I was told to be very careful with allowing people to make statements like that on the station. So I want to publicly firstly apologize, and it will not happen again. And I am wow. It wasn't something that all right, yeah, so again, let me apologize. Trinidad and Tobago, and by extension, all who are listening. Right, so again, it will not happen again. I'll not entertain that kind of discussion. Again, sometimes, you hear it, but you just, sometimes you deal with it in a certain way, and you feel, well, how you're dealing with it is right. So clearly, who I would have dealt with that there was wrong, and I want to apologize again. All right, it's not going to happen again. Trust me. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, Pastor Google.
Good afternoon, sir.
How are you?
I am all right. How are you?
Well, good. Hanging in there, fighting the battle.
Well, that's good. So we'll be talking about yesterday and Ms. Bisessa not being able to call out her candidates, and well, I just hear UNC activist Kingsley said that it doesn't matter if she doesn't call out all the candidates, people just going to vote against the PNM, and that's one. And well, actually saying things that nearly get me in problems.
Well, if I should say something, that is wishful thinking.
This voice sounded familiar. Who's this?
This is Victor Roberts.
Oh, Alderman Victor Roberts?
Yes, that's me.
Well, best you take over the program till the end. Go ahead, sir.
Let me share this with you, right? There's a lot of wishful thinking going on in this country. The population of this country is quite educated, they're smart, they're sensible, they know exactly what to do, how to do it, and when to do it. We are faced with a situation in this country where I always advocate for good governance. That is my fight coming straight out of the independent days when I went independent. I always fight for good governance. And we have had experience. We have had experience with the PNM. We have had experience with the UNC. We have had experience with NAR, and we will have experience going forward. I have made my position clear from the inception of this whole election fiasco as it relates to nomination. I see on social people which people just misconstrue and just talk, because I see social media as one of the greatest platforms for idiotism. That people just read and don't understand. They will hear and don't understand. They will see and formulate their own analysis as to what they see. Just like a picture I posted on Facebook earlier on today. But not straying from what I want to say is that from the inception, I said that I am not going to file any nomination based on how we were treated with an internal election, which is our constitutional right to contest. And coming out from that election, I state I would not seek a nomination for any seat because simply I am not going to support some of the candidates that has already been selected, which I know would have been selected. I have made my part clear because if I concern about good governance, it doesn't make sense that I just, because I like a party, I just decide, hey, I'm going to vote for this party despite what they put forward to me. I want to see a bunch of candidates in the party that I belong to because I'm still a member, whether they want to accept it or not. I am still a member of the UNC. Going forward, I will determine where I go, how I go, if I don't, or what have you as I go forward. But you cannot tell me that we are taking the same bunch of individuals with a few minor changes and present it to the population and expect the population will come out and just vote because we fed up at the PNM and we will just come out and vote for voting's sake. People is quite smart in this country, and that is why when I listened to Mrs. Prasad Bisesa last night, and I listened to the candidates that she continued to present, I said from early o'clock, I spoke that I am not going to support Ravi Ratiram, Barry Padarat, Khadija Amin, Anil Ram, and I call a few names, David Lee, and I make it clear. I don't put water in my mouth to talk. I said I'm waiting to see what is the outcome of Anita Haynes, Rushton Parry, Kyle Takal Singh, and so on. And I made my position.
But why don't you want to support Barry Padarat and Mr. David Lee?
Brother, let me tell you something. David Lee is before the court. Whether you want to say it's allegation or however you want to put it. Barry Padarat, from the last thing I know that there was an investigation taking place. And I made it clear I am not going to support any individual who has this level of investigation going on. Let them clear themselves and come back into the political arena. That is Victor Roberts' position. So all who feel that are ungrateful and who feel like an makaram and who feel whatever they want to feel, that's a matter for them. How people feel when coming for I standing for the right thing, it doesn't move me, it doesn't interfere with my skin, it doesn't make one hair gray. And I took that position, and that is the position I will maintain going forward. I am not going to support these people. Kamla Prasad Bisesa need to get a slate of candidate and present to the population a slate of candidate with integrity, a slate of candidate that is transparent, and give Trinidad and Tobago the option to choose. That is what it is about.
Wow.
And that is my position.
Well, hear what? You see, you are an older man. I know you for years fighting and talking on behalf of the UNC. And as you just rightfully say, there are some people who believe they are more UNC than you. There are people who will cuss me, say all kind of thing about me, my wife, my child, say all kind of thing about me because of my position. But with you, long before them even exist, you fighting. And people will want to come and say that because you didn't get something, and you did get something, you got to be an older man. You standing up and you are saying, here what Trinidad and Tobago, I am standing up for what I believe in, and I want Trinidad and Tobago. You want people who genuinely don't have any allegations to their name, people who can stand up and say, well, here what, this is the right thing to govern Trinidad and Tobago. You don't want people, a man who are on a charge, this is not no, he is on $1 million bail. He's on $1 million bail. That's no if or maybe or alleged, you know. And people are going to say that you you have an axe to grind, and because you didn't get through with it, you went up for any leadership position in the UNC?
No, sir. I did not file any nomination because I made it clear since about a year, since the internal election, that I will not be filing any nomination for any position in the UNC as it relates to leadership. As a matter of fact, even on the Rushton Parry team, I did not make myself available for any leadership role. As a matter of fact, my daughter did.
Wow.
I did not make myself available because I think now it's a time for the young people to increase
to take a
and
chance.
we must decrease.
So here what Mr. Roberts, my time has gone, but I want you to call back, you know, because I need you, because somebody said next week Monday she's going to reveal if Anita and Mr. Rushton is going up. I have to leave the studio, but we will talk.
Not a problem.
All right, sir. Thank you very much. Trinidad Tobago, that's the time I have. That's all the time I have. I want to say thank all of you for being with me here on the street 919 FM. Have a blessed afternoon.